All right, guys, welcome to the ephemera hop that we are doing. And if you guys don't know how a hop works, basically a bunch of creators decide on kind of what to do. Like the last time we did, what did we do? Oh, like a recycled project. Or is that what it was? I think so. I mean, I remember the project I made, but I don't remember what we did exactly. This time we are using the exact same kit, and you're going to see it like, I don't know, roughly like 5 to 10 different ways in different ephemera. So it's just, this one's all about ephemera. So you're going to see different pieces using this specific kit. So let me show you the kit. This is the Dragonfly Days digital kit by Susan Taylor Brown. Sorry, I had to check. She does have the name on there. And so let me show you that kit really quick. You get some beautiful background pages here, or pages. And you get some line papers in there. Isn't it beautiful? And then you get a page of these circle tabs, and I just realized my hands are so gluey. Yeah, so sorry. And then you get a whole page of tags here that have the dragonflies on them. And then you get a page of blank tags. And then you get a page of discs and little tiny cards. And then you get a page of dragonflies. And then you also get 2 pages, one blank and one, actually you get 3 pages of these cards here. Aren't they absolutely cool? I love that one. That one's my favorite. Okay, so then I wanted to show you a little bit about what I like to do with kits. And that is, this is this kit, this page right here, printed at 5x7, and then you just put in several pages. So then you have all kinds of different sizes of dragonflies, and this is what it looks like without a cut in it. So you can use it for any project. And then I'm also using her Nature's Quotes. I want to say there's like 12 pages, and it comes in like a cream eco dyed background, and then it also comes in green eco background. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to make today. And I've got to keep this video to about 30 minutes, so we're going to go quickly. But we are making this, and this is a journal insert. And your measurements can vary, but this in its completed form is 7.5 by about 5 and a little over a quarter. So yeah. So, and then it's just got the ephemera pieces inside. Okay. All right. So let's get started. And you don't necessarily have to have this. If you don't have it, it's a roll. Let's see if I can get that in there without like blinding you with the tube roll. I got this at Home Depot. And it's masking paper, and you want to roll out a good chunk, like probably at least a yard, give or take. Another alternative would be is if you want to use notebook paper, or not notebook, like an A4 sheet, just glue some together, like some coffee dyed ones, and maybe we'll do that in another video. So I'm just going to tear it. So now, I mean, if you can tell, it's a pretty long sheet. Give or take about a yard. Okay, so we're going to work, don't cut anything down yet. We're going to work in, then I usually flip mine upside down so that the curl of the roll is face down so that it's easier to work with. So the first thing I'm going to do is take one end of it, and I'm going to fold it down roughly about 2.5 inches, maybe even 3. And I'm going to make a fold that goes towards your surface, okay? So you're creating a lip up here at the top. And you want to try to get it as straight as you can. Sometimes you can get it straighter than others, okay? So this is the top of your pocket, okay? Now you're gonna start accordioning. I can't even talk today. This is actually, you'll see some other videos first, but this is the first video I've made in like a week. So yeah. Okay, so then you're gonna bring bottom pieces up, and you're gonna kind of, what you're doing is creating another pocket accordion style, okay? And of course it's gonna be all fiddly, right? Because it's video. I don't think I want my pocket that deep on this one. So what I'm talking about is, before we crease this, let me grab a tag. Okay, so I want it to sit down in there, but I don't want to lose. And actually that pocket will actually have a card sticking up. So we just want to make sure that our pocket isn't going to be so deep that our stuff isn't going to show. See, like this one here, it pops up. So I know that I'm a little bit off. So we're going to bring it up a little bit, like so. And maybe not make it so deep. And then I just kind of keep checking for depth. And I've done this sort of pocket before, but it's been a while. So I thought this would be a good... Yeah, that seems about right. I think I'm going to go down just a little bit before I crease here. Okay, so then see, then by the time I get my laces and stuff on it, it'll turn out to be about the right height. So then I want to come, and I'm not sure if I'm in frame. Then you want to come down to your other spot, kind of making sure, like eyeballing, I guess you would call it, across down to this next, like to the other side, okay? Now, you're not going to have it absolutely perfect unless you like do a bunch of creasing. Okay, so that's the first pocket. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring this end up. And all your pockets are not going to be the same size specifically. Okay, before I crease down, take my tag. And I think I want it just a little deeper, so I'm just going to move this down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a crease in there. I'm going to bring it across, making sure this side stays as flat as possible so we get it lined up as best as we can. Okay. Okay, now, before I do any more, I'm going to measure, because if we were to cut it off here, oh, I should show you up here, huh? If we were to cut it off here, this is the length of our pocket. So we want to just make sure that we're not going over like 7.5 inches. Yeah, we're going to have to really be careful because my pockets are pretty deep, so... And every one is not going to turn out the same. It's just not. No matter how hard you try, it's not going to be the same, like, unless you do like measurements. But if you're eyeballing it like I am. Yeah, and this will fit the little tiny tags right here without swallowing them. Yep. Okay, so all total, we have just under 5.5 inches, or sorry, 7.5 inches. Okay, so now, carefully, without undoing all of your folding, you're going to take this and flip it over, okay? So see, not everything's completely lined out, and that's perfectly fine. What you're going to do is you're going to pull these up And if you don't have a glue stick, just use whatever you have. I would honestly suggest maybe Fabri-Tac for this. Or a glue that doesn't wrinkle, because remember, this is masking paper, so it's going to be it'll wrinkle easy is what I'm getting at. Okay, so we have those kind of in place. Then we're going to take this bottom long piece and we're going to bring it up and we're going to make it as tight as possible. And if you don't have this much extra, perfectly fine. I will show you on my prototype that I didn't have it perfectly done either. Like, it just so happens that this one is pretty good. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, I did not sew, but you could. I'm just going to take my glue around the back here. Maybe. I'm just going to throw a little bit of glue here. If you're sewing, just do a little bit of spot gluing, okay? But your glue stick seems to work really good on this masking paper. Okay, so now we are left with this, okay? So let me show you what the other side looks like. Okay, so now, see, it's off just a little bit. That's okay though. I'm not crazy worried about it. Or maybe I am just a little bit, but yeah, we're just gonna leave it because it is what it is. And we can trim it down. Yeah, it's kind of crooked, but that's all right. Because it's not actually if you put it in between your pages. Okay, so see, we've got this pocket, and then this one here, and then like this one up here, okay? Like I said, I am a little bit unnerved by that, but that's okay. It'll be all right. Okay, now what I do is I take this and I fold it over. Yeah, now you can really tell how far off I am on this one. Again, we're not going to freak out. We're just going to keep crafting. Okay, so I've just creased it. Now you're going to have to go back in there and kind of lay that down. Okay. All right, so now what I do is I take my cutter with it still folded. I'm going to go in and I'm going to trim it to 5 inches because most journals are 5.5 inches, right? So you'll trim it to whichever side you think is best for you. Now you could, if you were making like a traveler's notebook, you could do like 3 inches and just have a tag pocket, which is actually something I think I might show in a later one. But then once you cut that off, let me grab one of those that I just put in the trash bin. Okay, so you could, if you were doing, you could make like separate pockets and pretend that this is still like this wide. You could make a little tuck here, okay? Just like that. Which will, you know what, maybe that'll be one of the next videos that we do. I am still bothered a little bit. It's off a little bit, but you know what? We're just going to cover it and keep moving. And I know I keep saying that, but now what I did is I just took these and I actually, when doing the prototype, I just kind of fold it in half, like got my halfway mark there. And then I just tore and then I just custom fit, which is really what you should do, because if you messed up like me, then you're going to have to like change it out a little bit, right? Okay, so I'm going to want roughly about half an inch off and 1/4 of an inch. Okay. So I'll just take my ruler. Okay, so that should fit our cover pretty quickly, or about right on. I'm going to go ahead and take off just a little, just a hair more. It's hard to tell because it's so open here. Okay, and then maybe just a little bit more off this one here. Well, it doesn't seem to be getting any better, does it? Oh, yeah. You know, you're crafting with me today, and you expected anything different? Oh, bother. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just ink these up really quick. I probably should have looked at time, huh? Before I started, but I did not. We are almost to the end of this glue stick, so hopefully it lasts through this video. Apparently, maybe I shouldn't be making the video today, huh? Sorry to get quiet on you guys. Concentration will do that to you. Okay, so before we do anything else, I usually flip mine to this side. Now here's where you've got to decide, if you're going to sew, then you would go ahead and probably want to put on like your lace trims and that sort of thing and have everything in place you want. But since I'm not sewing, I'm going to go ahead and just glue. And how I do that is I just glue here and this side here. And I'm going to be making a mess, you know that. Okay. And I glue here. Okay, and then I glue this one. wipe that down a little bit. Okay. It would not be one of my videos without a mess, right? Okay. So, since I'm not gluing, I will show you in a few minutes what that all entails. Okay, now that I've got that down, okay, you don't need to worry about these right here, like being a whole pocket here, because when it goes into your signature, let me see what I've got for example purposes. Let's just use this little blue page here. Pretending that this is a page, you're going to slip it in there, and then by the time you sew in your signature, it already creates a barrier there, okay? I just looked up at the camera like you guys are like right there. Okay, like I said, it's a little bit odd for me. Okay, so now we're gonna decorate this one. So like I think I said in the beginning, super simple. Like, yeah, it's super simple. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw a little bit of glue here. And we're just going to just glue this down, overhanging the edge just a little bit. I don't know about anybody else, but these allergies are going to kill me. They're going to be the death of me did this year. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and do the same on this side. And then I'm using a little bit of the leaf trim. I got mine at Hobby Lobby last summer, but you might be able to, I think Emily just did a video on BB Crafts, and I think they might have it if you couldn't find it at Hobby Lobby. So I think Hobby Lobby only has it in green and cream if they have it this year. Ugh. I have glue everywhere, don't I? Yeah. It's partly because this new glue bottle is very, 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 very runny, and I'm not used to it yet. So that whole little dabble do you thing, yeah, you're totally right, it would, but when it comes pouring out, there's not much you can do about it. Like for a while, I didn't even have to squeeze the bottle at all. Like last weekend, that was pretty hilarious. Okay, now we're gonna set this aside for a second, let it dry, and we're gonna work on the ephemera. I've already inked and backed all the ephemera so that we could be done pretty quickly. This is actually something else we should talk about too. Since we did the pockets at 5, we need to trim some stuff down. Only about 1/4 of an inch. These are almost 4 3/4 by, I don't remember now. Okay, so it's almost 3 and a quarter by 4 1/4. So to go in our pocket, I went ahead and took it down to 4 1/2 and then left the height. Okay. Okay, so I want, if we look back at this, I want these to stand up in the ephemera folio, I guess, or in pocket insert, or whatever we're calling this today. So I'm going to take these two and I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the cover. And I'm just going to glue them just exactly how I glued there. Making sure I leave a little bit of a lip of ribbon, like not all the way down on it. And I'm probably only going to do one in video and then I'll pause it, make sure I'm under the minutes, one of each. And then I'll go do them, like finish them out, and then we'll look to see what it is. Like, look to see them finished, I guess is the word that I'm talking about. And then we'll finish out the rest of the stuff and show you some different things that you could do with this pocket as far as it is. There's a couple of different things you can do. Okay, and then I wanted to show you how I made the tag topper. Okay, so remember those little circles that came in the thing, or like the little ovals? Those are what I used for my tag topper. And all I did is fold it in half and ink around like so on both sides. Of all 4 of the big tags and all 4 of the mini tags. And I just put my glue here and here. So this is just another way that you can use ovals in a kit, which I'm sure this isn't I'm not the first one to ever do that, and it just gives you an interesting little pull. Like so. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to all the rest of them, and then I will come back and we will finish it off. We'll load it, and I'll show you some other things you can do with it. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. This is dry, and now we're just going to finish kind of putting it together. What I did is I took the big circles here, 2 of them, and then those cute little stickers that June sent me. I don't think that it needs this extra glue, but I don't know. And I would love to know if these are like antique ones or not. Like, could you order them? Because they are just amazing. I love these little stickers. They are so beautiful. So we're just going to make some easy, light decorating here, and then we'll discuss options. We'll get these glued on. I've already inked a lot of it to kind of save time, because these are already stickers and they are really pretty sticky, but again, I didn't want to take the chance of them coming off, so I just stuck those on there like so. Let's move that over a little bit, maybe a little more centered. I'm kind of a menace with the glue today. No glue is safe. Okay, then I put in the small word quotes here. And again, you can layer anything that you want. I am worried about bulk in this journal, so I am keeping it minimally decorated as far as like gauzes and, you know, things like that. So okay, now let's go ahead and put the quotes on the front. And I'm not sure exactly how, because I do plan to do a video on the journal, like I usually do. I'm just not sure when exactly those videos will air. So I had to kind of get some ideas of where I wanted to go with it. So, and then I put this one down here. Okay, so that is it for the decoration of the little folio part here. So let's go ahead and get these little guys kind of stuck down in there. So your two top ones go here, like the top lined ones. These ones go down here in the bottom pocket. Okay, then we have our 4 little tags. We'll put that one there, that one there. Oh, am I in frame? Okay, 2 big ones in this pocket here, like so. Okay, so what I wanted to show you a variation. Now, if you've decided to sew around here, this isn't going to be an option for you. When it goes into the journal, it will be an option and I will add a few things. But right here, you have a choice here. You can, this right here, there's a port, like we glued here, but there's still a little opening. You can either glue this shut or you can slip another little tag in here. I would, however, if you're going to use tag kits, I would use one of the bigger ones and then just cut it down for like length so it doesn't get lost in your pocket. See, it's obviously too wide here. So if we just trim them down a little bit, and then you can decorate further and either have the same pull tab that we have on the other ones. So see, it would slip in there like that. And then your little pull tab. See, I don't know that I don't have a bigger one left printed out. Let's just ink this and make it real quick. And then it can always be decorated with something else. Does that make sense? Or you can use one that already has a dragonfly on it. Or you could put a word quote or something on it. See, this one's not even backed yet. So I'm just going to show you kind of. And you wouldn't even have to actually back it if you didn't want to. And I didn't ink around this one, so, you know, there's that too. So yeah, you could do it with a little bit of the lace or not, and it could slip in there. And then you have this one here, and then you would have one here. The top one, I have not actually seen. I don't know that you, I mean, you probably could. And this one could actually probably be just a little bit bigger, like a bigger tag would fit in there. Like so. So essentially, you really could have, I mean, you have 1, 2, 3 pockets here and 4 here on the side. So, but I will, full disclaimer, I mean, this is masking paper, so you're going to have to be careful. It's pretty delicate, right? So yeah, that's just a variation that you can do. Like I said, if you've already sewn, that's not going to be an option for you. Okay, guys, that concludes this hop here with me. So yeah, go ahead and in my description box is going to be a list of all the other girls that are participating in this hop. So you just push that button, and then when you get to their video, push the next one and the next one and the next one. And then, yeah, then you can just hop along and see all the different things that they're doing with this exact kit. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope everybody is well, and we will talk to you soon. Bye now.